ladies and gentlemen, the Buttsman here. Hope you're doing not bad. I'm not bad. Thanks for asking. Not bad at all. Let me tell you this, ladies and gentlemen. This video is all about my next submission to PSA. Now, if you don't know what PSA is, it is a grading company. There is BGS, there is CGC, there's some Australian mobs as well. Now, I choose to go through PSA, and the reason that I go through PSA is this. It seems to be the most preferred option. There's BGS, but that's more expensive, and that's for like your high items, your hardcore items. Like if you've got a Charizard from base set, okay, fucking get that through BGS. But PSA is what most people use, and that's what I'm going to use. Now, can you send it yourself through PSA? Yes, I've done it before. That was before the big kickoff in the market though. It was also quite difficult. I had to fuck around, you had to fill in all the paperwork, all this shit. But I don't use my own fucking brain to send shit to PSA. The people I use, and Brammers and I have spoken about this countless times on this channel, is the great people from Welcome Stranger Collectables. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know Welcome Stranger, here's what they do. Not only do they do live auctions on a Sunday night of PSA cards, it's fucking a great time. I spend every fucking Sunday there. But also, they've had over 35,000 cards graded through PSA. And all you have to do basically is go to their Facebook page, get in touch with them, and they will give you the information on how to submit your PSA submissions to them and then to PSA to get them back and enjoy and reap the rewards. What I had to do with my first lot of PSA submitted cards was basically take a photo of them, send them to their PO box, and I talked to the boys obviously throughout this. I didn't just randomly send it to them. They told me the exact process of what to do. I sent it off to them, they sent it off to PSA, and now we're waiting for them to return. So, for this video, that is exactly what we're going to do. I'm going to leave all the details for Welcome Stranger Collectables. Send your cards through them when it comes to PSA. You will not regret it. The Buttsman's tick of approval, let me tell you this. But let's go through and have a look at these cards that we are sending off to the boys at Welcome Stranger and then to PSA. We've got some Japanese cards. Here is the Rocket Blastoise, the Dark Blastoise, I believe. I could be very wrong there, but that's a fantastic looking card. Now, these are in no particular order. There is a Chansey, a Japanese. That's from 1996. I've got a fair few of these, some of which have some full-on scratches on them. I just noticed some scratches on that, so I don't know if I'll send that off, but it does have a swirl. Look at that swirl right there. That is fucking nice. Hitmonchan in Japanese. Here's an Alakazam. Look at that. Hollow. Beautiful stuff. We also have a Nidoking, a Japanese one. These are all from 1996. This is not from 1996. This is from the Generation set. There's a Charizard. I love that Charizard because it does tell a story. I don't think I have those around me at the moment, I don't. But it tells a story all about the young boy growing up with a Charmander. Then, as it evolves to the Charizard, the boy gets older as well. The Pikachu full art from that set as well. Beautiful stuff. We have a Magneton from Fossil. Now, I found this in my collection. It's a holo. It is not first edition, but it is really nice. There is a tiny little nick up the top there. There's a few hairs on there, but that's just beard pubes. So that's a nice little one there. We also have a Unlimited Series Mewtwo from base set. It's not the best condition, maybe a 7, but it's still pretty cool. The Hitmonchan, this one, as you see, different to the Japanese one, doesn't have the swirl there. Does not have a swirl at all, in fact. But it also has some, there's a nick up the top up there. Down the bottom's quite nice, but the nick up the top and the position of the card, not very good. But I just wanted to get these graded also, primarily because they're vintage cards, and I wanted to keep them in the best possible way. Obviously, these guys have copped a bit of abuse over the years, and I'll probably end up selling these, and they're not going to reach an outrageous price, but they're just cool to have. And I didn't have them to start with, but I want to look after them for years to come. There's the Mega Charizard from Generations. That's in pretty good nick, but even that one, as you see at the top there's a nick out of that, so that takes it out of the 10, which is thoroughly unfortunate, because that would have been a $700 card. There's a Pikachu full art, another one of those babies. We have a Ninetales out of the Japanese. That's a beautiful card. A little nick there, nothing else too bad. I mean, the thing is, like, I'm absolutely stoked with a lot of these cards, and you know, a lot of them aren't you know, perfect, or not a lot. a small amount aren't perfect condition. Like the Zamazenta, that's pack fresh. It's really not bad centering, maybe a little bit at the bottom there, but otherwise not bad at all. A little bit to the left as well. The Alakazam V. Now this one, I was a bit like, oh, should I get this graded? It's not a great, like it's not an outrageously expensive card, but I love the way it looks. Here's the Pikachu. This was pulled out of this was pulled by Steve Aoki out of a live pack opening, and that is from the Unlimited series in base set. That's a beautiful looking card. They fetch a decent price. There we have Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno, the Rainbow Rare. What else do we have? We have a Mewtwo EX. We have a Charizard GX. We have a Charizard V from Champion's Path. The promo, got a couple of those. This is actually all Charizards. There's a reverse holo. There is a Charmander from the Unlimited series. I found this in my binder, and it's not in a great nick. It's probably a 9, but it's not bad nick. And also, I just wanted to have these, as I said before, just looked after. Now there's another Charizard there, but this is the big one. This is what we want a 10 in. This could be a $10,000 card. I think it's got some issues with it on the side here, so it's not going to be, which is very unfortunate. One down there as well. So it might be a 9 or an 8, but still a fantastic card to have graded. Does it have a swirl on there? I didn't really see. I'm looking in the light. Maybe a couple of scratches on there as well. Just a cool card to have, and have properly stored is just so entertaining for me to have that. We have a couple from Vivid Voltage, another Japanese Zard there. Like that one's not overly expensive. This is a cool card. This is a Charmander from 1996. Just a really cool looking card. There is a Charmander from the Rocket series, Team Rocket series. Not bad at all. That actually is tape. I haven't seen that. I did not put that tape on there. Don't put tape on the top of these cards, people. It's fucking not smart. Even when you send it. Because what it does is it's harder to get out. So I'll take that off before I send it. All you have to do when you send... There's a Mega Charizard EX. When you send it off to the boys from Welcome Stranger, what you need to be doing is put it in a sleeve. A little penny sleeve, like that. Throw it in there. And then throw it in. Hey, there's the big dog. This is what we want to come back as a 10. Now, I don't know much about grading. Maybe you do at home. But this looks fucking close. It's close. It's so close to a 10. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it, but maybe that's just me. There's a Porygon looking sexy. Japanese Machamp. Little Squirtle. There is a first edition Machamp still in its original packaging. Now, a lot of people had these. Obviously, these came in the deck builders, I guess you'd call them, back in the day. And I had a couple of these. But the reason I sent it in like this is they're actually doing a few sealed packs. Still sealed cards. And there is another Pikachu, or is that the one that Steve Aoki sent me? No. See, it's got a bit of a damaged top edge up there, so that'll be probably, a 9, I guess, maybe even less. Guess it depends. There's a Squirtle. I just love the border on these. Look how thick that border is around the whole card. Looks marvellous. Mewtwo GX. Beautiful, from Hidden Fates. And a little Abra. Looking cute. So a lot of these cards aren't outrageous, like, expensive cards if you were to buy them or sell them. A few are really good, like this, the Shining Rayquaza. That's a great card, and I've got 2 of those, which I'm absolutely stoked about to find out what they get. The Mewtwo GX, but like if each one of these cards is worth $100, $200, you know, that starts to add up. And the reason that I decided to do all this and send them off to PSA, and I've got another 250 cards there already at the moment. Rayquaza from Vivid Voltage, the amazing rare. Ooh, the gold card, the Zamazenta, not bad at all. The reason I decided to send these off is basically, I thought, wouldn't this be great to be sitting in your collection for 50 years, and then when you're an old man, you can sell them or whatever. And Brammers and I have spoken about this numerous times. We think that the big selling point is going to be when they come out with proper virtual reality, and these cards are hard to come by. Not sell them for another 50 years or 30 years or whatever. The Heroes Medal. And that's probably what we're going to do. But we shall see. I mean, there's a few more, so bear with me while I scoot them over. I think it's just all about just waiting. Like with anything, like with stock. You know, if you buy stock, you're not going to sell it straight away. GG's Amazing Rares are great from Vivid Voltage. That was such a great addition from that pack. There's another Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno. Pikachu from 1996. Bulbasaur from 1996. Charmander from 1996. Here is a Charizard from Evolutions. That's a great looking card, and this one's really nice. I spoke to Willem Powerfish about this one on the phone, and I sent him a photo, and he noticed that print line just there. So that's going to be a 9, and obviously the 10s are very hard to come by. I love this card too, from the Grand Prix, Japanese. Here is the little Magneton 3 times 3, please. What else have we got? We've got a War Turtle. And I know Brammer's had in the other day the War Turtle error card, which actually has, and this is Japanese, but the War Turtle error card, where they have War Turtle up there rather than Squirtle. That was fetching a nice price. This baby I recently pulled, and that one's not a bad card either, but this baby I recently pulled, and these are selling for a great price out of the Vivid Voltage pre-release kits. Voltorb, Orangarus, the gold card there, a Rainbow Rare Bow, a little, and I didn't know whether not to get these guys done, but they're so cute. I just had to do it. I fucking love these guys. What else do we have? We have a Zamazenta. We have another one of those. We have another Celebi. We have a tag team. Pikachu being stolen. Very sad. Charizard, reverse holo. And we have a Blastoise. Look at that baby. And I just noticed, I believe that is a little swirl up there. So are these little dots and shit, are they built into the cards? I hope that's not fucking like water damage or something. It may well be, but we shall see. But they are on every card. So, I don't know, but there's a Raichu. What else do we have? We have a Magikarp. We have an Electabuzz promo. This guy's cool. This guy's really cool. It's got a good bit of damage there. It'll probably be an 8 or a 9. We have a Venusaur. Now, this guy does have some damage on it. Up here, you can see a little bit of exposed holo there, unfortunately. An Ivysaur. There's another Flareon EX. A Clefairy? Charizard, that's still in the pack, so I want to get that in the pack, to have one in the pack. Electrode. There is a Mewtwo Poliwrath. Charizard, Ivysaur. Now that is a Ivysaur from the original base set series, the Unlimited series, and that's not a bad condition card. Probably a 9 or an 8. A Mewtwo from the same series. I pulled these out of my binders because I had them in my binders, and I was like, oh, I may as well take them out and get them graded. The Gardevoir EX, Mega Gardevoir, Arturo, look at that bastard. Now that is a scary looking Pokemon, the Gyarados there. A Mewtwo little mini guy. Mewtwo, fucking Mew, Butterfield can't read. Mega Venusaur EX. A Mega Venusaur EX again, and a Flareon, and that is it, ladies and gentlemen. So that's going to be my submission, and I cannot wait to get these all returned, finally. And I think I might send that bastard off too, and it's still in its little sleeve. I cannot wait to get these fucking returned so I can show them off to you, ladies and gents. I really, really can't. Welcome, Stranger Collectables is the place to go to get all of your cards graded. I'm not kidding, these guys are the best in the business, so the links are down below. Go and check them out. They're looking after the butts mum with this, and they'll look after you. Be a good motherfucker. Peace in the Middle East. Me dick stinks. Keep it moist. I'll see you very soon. Toodaloo, au revoir. Bye.